I am speaking to you from the Cabinet Room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
Hello, my name is Jack Callaghan, and today I'm here to meet Cal Younger. Cal lives in our village and he has a remarkable story to tell of his bravery and the part he played in World War II. Let's go inside and meet him. I note that you are Australian. What was your role in the Royal Australian Air Force?
I was navigator and bomb aim on 460 Australian Squadron.
What did you do as the navigator?
My job was to get the aircraft from base to our target and back again.
Can you tell me about the night you were shot down?
And this night we were told we were going to Paris. Unfortunately, the Germans knew we were coming. As we approached the target, we saw a pyramid almost of coloured tracer. We'd been briefed to go in low. We were set on fire and the plane crashed. I just managed to jump out and my parachute just saved me.
What happened then?
Well, I knocked myself out and when I landed, commercial vegetable garden which had just been freshly dug, which was lucky for me.
You said you got caught. Where did the Germans take you?
Well, I was actually caught by French police, but handed over to the Germans. And I spent one night in an old jail. I was the only person there in an old cellar. And then the next morning, 3 of them took me in a car to Paris. And I was taken to Luftwaffe headquarters. I was taken down into cells and interrogated. What they really wanted to know was how or if I'd been helped by French people, and if so, who they were.
Yeah, so after you got interviewed, where did they take you?
I was then taken by train to Germany with 3 guards to Dulag Luft, which was the main interrogation camp. Every RAF POW went through Dulag Luft, and there we were put in solitary confinement for several days while the German interrogators tried to get information out of you.
What happened after that?
After that, we were put on a train to Stalag Luft 3. Stalag Luft 3 was the camp where the Great Escape took place, and also the Wooden Horse.
I understand that you went back to France to retrace your journey.
I came back in 1949, and about the first thing I did was to go over to France and try and do the journey, follow the same route, sleep in the same barns. So I didn't find the farmer who gave me the bread, and I didn't find the farm where they gave me dinner, but I did find the people who helped me in Paris, and I really just became one of the family. And but I did go to the police station in Provence, where I'd been captured, taken there by the proprietor of a hotel where I stayed, and he turned out to be chief of resistance during the war. He and the resistance really had driven out the man who handed me over. Sergeant there was one of the policemen who'd taken me in the first place. He was a bit embarrassed. But he told me that the French police knew very well that they should have handed me over to him, and I should have been hidden in his cellars and flown back to England by Lysander.
Did you find the graves of your fellow airmen?
Yes, and they weren't in very good condition. They weren't looked after, so I went to the mayor of the village and complained, and he said to come back in a week and it would be different, and so it was different. And also he gave me the address of the priest who'd officiated at the burial, not just of the 3 members of my crew who were killed, but 8 others from other crews. Only 3 survived from 6 aircraft that night.
Since 1949, Cal Younger has lived in England. He retired in 1989 after 27 years as the administrator of a group of grant-making trusts. He is the author of 5 books and is also an accomplished artist. Cal still works very hard running 2 charities, one for ex-prisoners of war and the other which helps young musicians. It has been a pleasure making this film, and I hope it has given you an insight into this remarkable man.